Hey everyone, welcome to another suitable discussion. I know we've been absent for a while, for a couple of weeks actually, and we shall be telling you soon about it. I'm just waiting for Diksha to join as to why we were late. And please ignore my hair, I haven't had a haircut in like a while.
Hi, let's talk about
Hello.
your hair.
Can we not? Can we please not? I literally just said this to everyone that
I heard you.
please, yes, please not. Like I was
We
supposed
don't
to.
talk about your hair till we don't talk about where I am. Also,
Fair. Let's fair. Let's keep it that way. But I hope actually I
sorry.
think apart from the horns, I think everyone can hear you. At least I can. I think the same kind of audio quality is going out there as well, so that's fine.
I'm so sorry about this.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just telling them a couple of weeks we have not been there. I had my UPSC exam and then I've had a 1 week sabbatical, which is why I couldn't really
What do
uh
you mean by sabbatical? Do you want to elaborate?
not really know. But let's just say that it's not something I want to talk about on Insta Live. But yeah, so I think we'll try and do like a few cover up episodes in that sense, and we'll Diksha and I have to figure out the schedule for that. But that's why we're doing this live on Friday. But we'll be doing one on Sunday as well, so just to kind of catch up the schedule.
Get back to our usual schedule.
Yeah, and we might actually have some exciting news for you guys about some stuff, but we won't tell
We
you
don't jinx
until,
it. We
yeah, we
don't
don't
jinx
jinx it.
it.
We don't jinx it. Okay, fair enough. We might have exciting news about, hey, the exciting news is Kitabi Karwan podcast is returning. Season 2's first episode comes out on Sunday, so that's
Woohoo!
probably that's exactly what I was saying. There's no other news I
Of
want to
course
talk
not.
about. Okay, so do you want to start? Let's get rolling.
Okay, how was part 9?
Um, let's see. Slightly underwhelming apart from like it was very well written for sure. Like it's back to like that good writing bit, I think for me.
Yes, from
But
part 8.
yes, part eight was just like haywire, like just not one of the least desirable parts for me. Part nine was this. Part nine was, I think, on the plot front, I was okay. I'm not a
Let
huge.
down.
Yeah, I'm not okay. So for everyone else out there, a quick summary of the part. It's basically Lata meeting Harish. I know
Haresh.
it's Ish, right? Like I was,
Yeah, it's Haresh because like we're
yeah,
cool now. Haresh Khanna.
yeah. I mean, we were cool in 1950s, so well. I mean, but yeah. So it's essentially Harish finally meeting Lata. What happens is Mrs. Rupa Mehra travels to Delhi where she meets Kalpana Gaur,
Kalpana Gaur.
batchmate, who was a batchmate of Harish's, and they finally get introduced, and Mrs. Rupa Mehra really wants Lata to meet him, and basically the part revolves around that.
Kalpana Gaur, by the way, is also the person Rupa Mehra wrote a letter to a few parts ago. So
Yeah,
it's the same person being called
yeah,
back. Yeah.
yeah. And yes, but for me, the interesting details lay not in the plot because I'm not a huge fan of the Harish Lata pairing. I mean, I know till
I have thoughts. Okay, go on. I'll hear
yeah,
yours first and then I'll like share my opinion.
I don't know till now it did not really seem like that, you know,
It's
good.
like
I
when you
mean,
settle for the next best thing kind
yeah,
of a thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's one
Like
of those things.
nothing's wrong with either, but they're not like each other's first primary love
Exactly.
people, right? Like that's what it is.
And especially at least from Lata's end, like at least when I was, reading Lata's thoughts, they weren't exactly the thoughts I would want like you a person to have about someone they want to be linked with romantically, right?
Yeah.
And I know, I mean, it just so it's as my friends keep saying that I keep quoting How I Met Your Mother too much. It's just you should not be tolerating someone's quirks but kind of liking them a bit, and
Yeah.
she's just on that borderline fence where she's like tolerating to
I mean,
actually even
yeah.
not liking it also.
Not even tolerating. Like quirks is one thing, right? But like Haresh's defining traits, as we saw now. By the way, Haresh is the same guy we met earlier with uh, the Tandans, basically, who was like uh,
Right,
ready to start business in Brahmapur and stuff. So like the
right,
same guy. But like
right,
it's not quirks, right? It's what Haresh is proud of. Haresh is proud of his fashion sense. He's proud of his shoes, etc. And
right,
that's what Kalpana seems to have. That's what Lata seems to have the most like issues with as such, right?
right,
Which is why it's not Siddharth, I'm tolerating the fact that you're into How I Met Your Mother. It's like, Siddharth, I'm tolerating the fact that this is the one thing that defines you, and I'm tolerating
Right,
that. So that's
right.
why it's not like a great pairing, and both of them feel like they're settling for the other because, like, Lata can't get Kabir and Haresh can't get Simran, who's like the sick girl he's been in love with, and like
Right.
the parents won't let that happen.
Right. We have a comment from Geeky Literati who says the immediate chemistry isn't there, which is actually true.
Exactly.
Like there's no
Yeah.
that. I mean, and okay, let's just look at what she had earlier, right? Kabir and Amit. It's just like there was some sparks
It was so
flying.
quick.
Yeah, exactly. Here it's just like, okay, maybe let's see where it goes. And okay, obviously we see this. So one interesting bit that stood out for me was she doesn't think of Calcutta as much as she thinks of Brahmpur, to the extent that Kabir's still on her mind after
Yeah.
that entire
Amit's not
separation.
really a thing. Amit is just a guy who
Yeah,
liked
like
her,
her
but she
and
didn't
like
like.
right. And that kind of just also, I mean, speaks volumes about her equation with Amit, but also about just comparing Haresh to Kabir. It just, I don't know, I wasn't too sold on it. But you had
I
views.
agree.
What? You
Gigi
agree?
Literati, you get me.
Oh, wow.
After Kabir and Lata, you just can't settle for less. Exactly, right? Like,
Yeah, you can't.
okay, I'm not, like, I feel like you can get immediate chemistry with a lot of people, but the
Right,
fact that it's sustained across, like, the multiple times they met, the fact that she's still thinking about him,
right,
that says something. Versus with Haresh, she's like, okay, like, this guy seems fine, but
right.
she can't get around, like, what really defines him. And for me, that was, I feel like this is an interesting angle because till now I feel like in the book when we've been reading about very stereotypical romances and like you meet someone you love them or
Right.
like you're in a relationship and you love them and stuff like that. But this is the first time we're gonna read about something which is different, which is like, yeah, you could see yourself living with them, but does that mean you should?
Right.
And that's what interests me a lot about the about the Lata and Haresh relationship.
Right.
Like, are they going to be like the adults who are like, oh, let's settle for this because other things don't seem to be working out with respect to religions for both of them, for the lack of a better sort of
Right.
term? Or is it going to be about, yeah, this makes sense, let's do it, let's just get married and
And
pine after other people?
another interesting bit for me was that both of them are at this place where they actually haven't forgotten about the first love of their
Exactly.
life, right? I mean, generally you
Yeah,
come up from a heartbreak and you move towards like, I don't know, you kind of try and find love somewhere else. मिलना
correct.
है मिलना है माँ के मन की शांति types. I did not
Didn't
understand.
understand that.
I didn't understand that. But after Kabir and Lata, you just can't settle for less. Oh yeah, that was her comment. But yeah, exactly. So and I know. I mean, okay. So it's not an equation I can really comment on because neither of us are married. But it's just a very complex thing to think about, right? Like imagine being in love with someone, knowing that, acknowledging that to your spouse very openly. At least from Haresh's side, I was quite clear.
Correct.
Like he was very open about that. You know, he's still in love with Simran and he doesn't really hide that.
Which I really appreciated. Like there was this small moment where, like, do you remember when they went to Haresh's room and they
Right.
saw Simran's photo, and then towards the end of the chapter, Haresh is like, "Oh, they probably saw this and they didn't comment." And I love that because I feel like everyone's being an adult about it, right? They're like, "Okay, we
Yeah.
know this guy was
Right.
is not immediately in love, or like that's not what this is about. It's a transaction, which is marriage."
Right.
And like I think that made this chapter really interesting to me because we moved away from having a very fairy tale idea of what like romance and marriage and stuff
Actually,
is.
that made me think a lot. Okay, so it's something I was thinking along the lines of say someone who's like I identify as a romantic person in life, right? And say I don't find someone to get like to fall in love with, and I also want to get married in life. So I kind of have an arranged marriage. What actually happens in that equation, and like what happens say if I say I know in this particular parallel, what if like Simran and decides to walk back into his life like 5 years from now after they get married, or like suddenly like God forbid, actually why am I saying God forbid for a fictitious character, but say Mrs. Rupa Mehra passes away and then suddenly religion isn't a bar like say 6 years from now, would I don't know, like how do you handle these equations, where do these kind of things kind of fit in? It just kind of, I
I
don't know,
don't know what
just
that says about me, but I didn't think of these scenarios at all. I was just like, guys, yes, settle for it because that's what marriage is.
no, of course, I'm not saying that they shouldn't settle, but like what happens when you settle and suddenly
Yeah,
like the possibility of something greater just opens up,
I get
right?
it.
Right.
Hmm.
And actually let's just move towards the part in Lucknow or Kanpur, like where she was staying with her
Oh my
Mausaji,
God.
that was just,
Wow. I was not expecting that. I
yeah,
didn't expect this book to take the turn it did.
yeah. And that's so like, okay, one of the first things that I noticed, like I think obviously it was very heavily hinted earlier and then just directly led up to what it was, right?
Correct.
And um, I don't know. So there was one bit that wasn't really settled was about what's I forgot the daughter's name, the um, Mrs. Sehgal, Mr. and Mrs. Sehgal's daughter.
Miss Saigal's
But
daughter. Yeah.
and I think so. So we see a situation where her Lata's Mosaji kind of tries to sexually harass her, and we also learn of the fact that he's somewhat made such insinuations
Yeah.
earlier on when she was, I think,
Like
14, which
you could feel it in the air, right? When she was describing how scared the
right,
daughter is, and she seemed shifty, and
right,
how Lata had unpleasant memories and stuff. You knew something was up,
right,
but you just didn't know like what it was.
and it just kind of goes. I don't know. So for me, I think the difficult bit here is also something that I think people struggle with in today's world, right? Like not just for sexual harassment, but for a lot of things. Say when they're done by like people close to you or someone your family knows or is involved with. I guess it becomes a very difficult. I don't know why it becomes a difficult topic to talk about, right? I mean, here
Right.
also we see Lata has like Lata acts out the next day when she gets a gift from the Masaji and when he
Yeah.
tries to take her to
She
a movie.
refuses to accept it.
Yeah,
Right.
but at no point she tries to like the thought crosses her mind that, oh, I should sit down with my mother and like talk to her and like something. I think we have a comment. I like the fact that everything wasn't clear because these incidents don't come out in open. The blurred pictures all we get felt real to me. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that,
I
yeah, that,
agree. And it felt, I mean, it felt relatable, but I hated the fact that I was reading this book 70 years from when it was set, and that's exactly the reaction like most women would have. Like, as a woman, that felt really sad that like we haven't progressed much in 70 years, where you would still be awkward about talking to like our mothers and stuff about like
right.
the fact that someone, a close family member almost, has done that to us.
Yeah,
And that was really scary. Like I knew we were hinting towards something like that, but I didn't expect it to be directly addressed in the actual text of the book, right? I thought it would be something that would be like very secondary. We would go on like what Lata's feeling and her intuition about like what Mr. and Mrs. Sehgal's daughter was going through and stuff. I just
right,
didn't expect that actual scene of the night where he would come to her room and like
right,
actually then dare to take her to a movie the next day, right?
right.
That was the scary part for me.
I mean, but I think that's where it comes from, right? Like the knowledge that you can get away with it, that you know that she's
Right.
not going to tell anyone, and even if it does, it'll be hushed up and everything. So you kind of can get away
And
with it. That
it was
feels afterwards.
so built in the way, like initially, right? Even before they described the daughter being scared and shifty, the way they described how the wife was so obsessed with the husband that like didn't have an opinion and everything revolved around it. Like that in a way, like for the lack of a better word, is triggering because whenever you hear of a wife so
Right,
completely into like their husband's spell, like now that's the kind of conclusion you draw also because
right,
of how pop culture has sort of like made you believe about that. So yeah,
right,
that was really disturbing and again not something I expected the book to address at all.
right. So, okay, I think I'll take a segue into, say, not Harish and actually Harish also. Two particular things that I noticed. One was about Mrs. Rupa Mehra, and one was about Harish. This just kind of goes on to confirm something about Mrs. Rupa Mehra that I don't know. I mean, till now, till for the largest part of the book, I was thinking that she's one of those concerned mothers and this thing. I don't know. For this, I know some of the things that we spoke about in this chapter about how she hadn't spoken to her daughter about menstruation or about
Yeah.
how she was going about this entire process. I don't know. I mean, for once, I actually started feeling there's like a lot more toxicity to it, and I don't know. This chapter just felt a lack of love between them for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I got that feel.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's so strange because I didn't have that feeling at all. Like for me,
Right.
moments like Lata saying things like, "Yeah, ma, I'm a bad girl," because like her mother
Yeah.
said that you don't give me
Right.
enough detail, was
Right.
actually endearing. Where Lata was like, "Okay, my mother is a strange person, and
Right.
maybe my mother is not the person I reveal like 100% of my life to, right?
Right.
But I still am close to her and I love her." Like to me, that didn't come across at all.
Right.
Didn't feel toxic. Didn't feel like there was love
I know.
lost of any
So
kind.
It's set in 1950s, written 90s, and us reading in 20s. The book covers so many things that's common through the ages, and that's really saddening.
Exactly.
Yes, of course it
That's
is.
exactly what I.
But yeah, coming back to our discussion, so I'll tell you what kind of set me off, right? So earlier on, I kind of passed off Mrs. Rupa Mehra's quirks or kind of domineering nature over Lata as, say, like endearing or like maybe a mother really concerned for. But here, I just
Yeah.
found like this. I know. Okay, it's one of those things. Okay, so just for everyone else, Diksha and I had a call with one of our other friends recently, and where we spoke about marriages, and this did come up where like how relatives suggest people for you for arranged marriage when they actually don't know you. And I know with the entire Harish saga, it kind of felt something similar to that, which is not something that I expected from like a mother. Like this is the kind of equation you expect coming from, I don't know, like a Mausaji,
Fufaji.
Mausi, Fufa. Yeah, like someone who doesn't really know you. Like, I mean, it was quite the only thing that endured her was okay, same community ka hai, and like he has good certificates to show for it, and that's about it. I mean,
I
that's
get that, but I feel
right,
like I get that that was like one of the reasons, the only reasons Mrs. Rupa Mehra chose Harish for Lata, right? But what I felt was fundamentally, if you think about people, they're so similar in a certain
right,
way, where they're both like slightly quiet, slightly like very very method driven in both of their approaches and stuff like that, which is highlighted throughout again and again in the chapter, and I think that was for a reason.
right,
So I think while Mrs. Rupa Mehra probably wasn't aware of it, but the two people were very similar. But I guess
right,
that goes to show, right? Like two people similar does not necessarily mean they make for like a great couple and stuff.
right. And for
But
me, yeah, sure.
yeah, sorry, go on.
No, no, I have another thought. That's why.
Yeah, so for me, like, yeah, while I think I didn't see Mrs. Rupa Mehra being a bad mother through this chapter, right? Which is what we're
Right,
discussing fundamentally, right? From the toxicity to the guy that she's picking out. I think she had like a fundamental feeling about this guy, which I get it because he was very similar to Lata in the way he was described and how Lata was described in the earlier chapters.
right,
As a reader, I would get why they would sort of make sense, for the lack of a better word, than her and Kabir, who was a highly more emotional and like
right,
reactive person as
right,
such. So yeah, I didn't see that in terms of like them being a bad match, just like
right.
them being like second preference.
Fair enough. Let's see where that goes because that kind of brings me to the second bit, right? About so it was quite interesting how Harish dealt with his work problems, right? Like you see that he has a project and he brings someone in, and then his superiors like kind of bully him and whatever. Like he has work problems, and what he does is that he tolerates it till like a certain point, and then he just like decide like say just go and figure out. Sorry to interrupt. Which book are we
Okay,
discussing out
Anuj,
loud?
we're like discussing Suitable Boy and we're on part 9. So if till Sunday you can get through like 10 parts, then please join us.
Or watch the previous ones on our IGTV.
Oh,
That's also
yeah.
right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. But
Sorry, I'm so bad at plugging content.
you need to learn how to do that. But yeah, so what we see is Harish ends up just, blowing out and just going and finding another job. And he obviously doesn't quit, but obviously he intends on quitting also. Which
Right.
I which I thought was quite interestingly a parallel which we can see about Lata in the book. To the extent till now she's been one of those like chess pawns who's been like largely it's the situation that's driving Lata instead of Lata driving the situation. And we can actually end up seeing that Lata having that explosion is like, screw all of this. I might just this thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It seems so there's a difference. I think Harish hasn't been explored as much as Lata for obvious reasons. We know a
Yeah.
lot more about Lata's personality as opposed to Harish. And I know for Lata, we've constantly seen, right? Despite whatever, happens in her family, she does value them a lot for a lot of other reasons. So I don't know how exactly her blowout reaction would fit in, right?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But exactly, these are like when they describe Harish at work is why I felt like, yeah, they're a
Right,
good match on paper, right? They're both similar. How they would react would be exactly the same and so on.
right. Yeah, and like I think apart from that, I don't think like the only other point that I could probably think of was the fact that Harish seems to start developing slightly deeper feelings for Lata towards the end.
Yeah.
I know, like he's far more concentrated on like kind of wooing her or
Ahead
like
and aware of like where it will go.
right, yeah, which is quite different from Lata's place. Lata's just like, okay, you can write a letter to me and we'll see where it goes, and she's
For the
not
lack of being rude is why she agreed to
exactly,
it.
exactly that too. And this guy is, and that's the weird bit, right? I mean, again, just circling back to our original point where we started off from, like even when he's writing that 3 page letter to Lata and kind of wooing her, he also looks at like Simran's photos right there, and he's there's this line that he can't bring himself to like remove the photograph when this thing. Another question about what we are talking about, guys. Okay, this is there in the title of the live that we are discussing a suitable boy. We're discussing part 9 of the book. Please check out the previous parts on our IGTV, and if you can, please read it. So yeah, I mean, I know, I mean that
Yeah.
kind of just this would just put that entire situation in very nothing.
Yeah, I mean, and even like for that matter, like we spoke about Harish earlier and Simran also when like even Harish was mentioned earlier in the chapters, right, as a friend of the main protagonist of that chapter.
Right,
Um,
right,
the fact that he's friends with Simran's sister and that entire conversation where he knew her, he could live with her, they had a conversation about how he had been so loyal, etc. really shows
right.
now did you write with like a
I,
suitable
I,
boy?
I wish,
I
I
wish he
wish,
had.
I wish I was Vikram Seth, but no. Kumar Karthik's. It was the legendary of Vikram Seth who's written a suitable boy. Perhaps
I would
because
totally be friends
hey,
if he
you're
had.
still friends with me. Perhaps because Harish's romance is older, he has time to process his situation with Simran, interacted with her, while Lata hasn't even had a proper conversation with Kabir. Um,
Agreed.
that's true
Like,
actually.
and like Lata's obviously like for me that's what's been weird about this entire series from the start, right? We're like
Right,
pairing very age inappropriate people with each other, and like as someone who's in their
right,
like early mid 20s, right? Like I feel like that plays such a huge role in terms of like how ready you are, how much your commitment level is, what you really value in a relationship, right?
right,
And like that was what was wrong with like Man and Saida Bai, and like that's what's wrong with like Lata and Harish because while Harish is 28 and that's not too much older than Lata, but the fact that he's gone through this entire romance where he's been in love with and like he's fought for a person and like he's gone
right,
through that entire battle versus Lata just had one conversation with her mother and moved away. So she still
right,
has that sort of revolution, that revolt, that fight in
right.
her to like make
Um, I lost Tiksha's connection. Uh,
her of the entire book, right?
okay. I lost your connection for the last 10-15 seconds, but so like I think I'll just ask a question which I think was this thing. It's don't you find it weird that her equation with Amit, right, which was at least on paper, she had better conversations with Amit and would know Amit much better than she knows Kabir, but somehow she's more in love with Kabir than like this thing. And
Yeah,
that just circles back to your point that it's sometimes you need like age experience and just like have to go through equations and relationships and turmoil to kind of understand what your emotions actually are and what exactly you're feeling. And I think
yeah,
Lata hasn't really, I don't know, had that time
yeah.
or the space to process
I
any
mean,
of this.
I really want to amend my words. Like, I don't want to call it age, but I want to call it like stage of life or like where you're at.
Yeah,
I don't think age
yeah, I
is
mean,
like the important thing, but yeah,
yeah, but this just makes me think I think Simran is a far more important character in the book. I think
definitely.
I know it's just a dramatic me in me, like she might make a comeback or something. I don't know, possible
Yeah.
to hear.
And also, like before, like we end this or close this, like my first, I tend to make notes when we're like I'm reading this book, right? Like I write them on paper and stuff. My
Right.
first thing in like complete caps was like, shit, we have new characters again because we have to learn about Harish and Harish's family and like the
Oh
gods.
yes.
And oh
Oh
my
my
God,
God.
can we talk about how mysterious this chapter was in general about like when has Harish seen Lata before or what are Kalpana's symptoms actually alluding to her being sick of, etc. Right?
Yeah, yeah. No, but I think Harish, with we know, Harish saw her at
Now
the
we know,
Brahmpur
yeah, yeah,
station.
yeah. At the station,
Now,
yeah. We knew that earlier also, but we
no, no,
got
no,
to know
no.
during the
Yeah,
chapter
we knew.
also.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah, but true. Like actually, I think even though for me, actually, that was another bit that was surprising was how we actually find out a lot about Lata's father in this chapter.
Yes,
That he was into mountaineering and he died of a heart attack, and how the family dealt with it. And I know I kind of got this vibe, which like so we meet two different families, right? We meet the Sehgals who were close friends, and we meet the Gaurs who were close
Gods
friends, and
were close friends,
Sehgals were
distant
family. Sorry,
cousins. Yeah.
yeah, but both of them, I think I got the vibe that the family kind of okay, trashes is a very strong word, but
Yeah.
there are these snide comments or behavioral tics about them that kind of just rubs in the fact that okay, your father slash husband isn't there kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's the kind of vibe
That's
I got, which somewhat is relatable to today's society, but it's just, I think, slightly, that's, I think, one of the places where we've improved, I guess. I don't know. I can't personally speak for it, but that just kind of put me off about, like, not the book, obviously, but just like thinking about it. Just kind of a weird
yeah.
thing to take away, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, I don't
Completely.
know. I don't know
I
what's
was
wrong
really
with.
glad to hear about Mr. Mehra because all we'd heard about him was that he could have been the like minister for railways, etc. Right? And now we know
Right,
like how he was as a father because we get Lata's perspective, we get how he was as a husband and stuff like that, which is really
right,
interesting. But you're
right.
right, like it completely spoke about the fact that there was this sort of void head of the family missing, and like you could feel that in the way of how Sehgals or like the Gaurs welcomed them. They welcomed them as people who needed sort of support from a man who was present in the house, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
and that was really disappointing. I didn't think that would be the case necessarily
Yeah.
because Mrs. Roba Mehra has been such a strong character throughout.
Yeah, and I think another, I think probably the last thing that I can remember from the chapter is that bit where Harish suddenly shows up at the station, and Mrs. Rupa Mehra freaks out because she had bought like first class tickets from Lucknow to Kanpur, I think, to kind of impress him,
Yeah,
but then she'd bought like normal class tickets, and she was kind of freaking out, oh, this person will find out.
right.
Yeah, which is just like, which also
It would
slightly
happen today
damn,
also.
yeah, like it, I think definitely
It's
hoga would
sad.
be. Yeah,
It's sad that it happened today. For me, like this chapter was like, yeah, while it was about Harish, traditionally it was about Harish and it was about Lata, but I think this is about Mrs. Rupa Mehra, where we got to know who she is as a mother more, as a sister, like
right.
to the Sehgals, who she was when she thought about her husband, etc. So for me, this chapter was completely about Mrs. Rupa Mehra, more so than I think the only other time we had known Mrs. Rupa Mehra aside from the relationship she holds is when she was gift wrapping that package for her
Right.
mother of sorts, stepmother, whatever.
Right.
Uh, so yeah, it was like as someone who really enjoys her character and loves like knowing that there's so much more to her. I think it really shows why she is who she is as a mother and stuff like that. I
Right.
just like for me as a reader, I wish Lata would have been able to open up to her because
Right.
that would have completed my and like my theory of this is that they're actually really close, but they're very different.
Right. Right.
They're close despite being different, and the fact that she couldn't open up to her mother was like the only thing I lacked as a like a reader who would be really happy about like this chapter and the characters.
Actually, like just to extrapolate from that, I don't think I've seen Lata open up completely to anyone. Like the closest she
Anyone,
came was to Savita, I think, when she was talking
yeah.
about Kabir. But like that's very brief, very
Also,
superficial from what I understood.
can we speak about the number of times she mentioned Kakoli, who's Meenakshi's sister? Like,
Yeah.
clearly, she cares a lot about what the Chatterjees think of her. So, while
Yeah.
we're not taking, like, Meenakshi's brother as a very enviable or like a possible suitor who Lata's not into, but
Right.
clearly, she cares a lot about what the Chatterjees think of her. And, like, it's a bit of a thing, right? Like, when you're younger, you care
Right.
about, like, what the cool people think you are and what they
Right.
comment on it.
Actually,
And, like, you didn't think Lata would
right.
care about that, but she clearly does.
Now that you mention it, I think there's this bit where when she's meeting Harish for the first time, and she's like analyzing his accent or something, and she's like, "Oh, it's not it's a
Guys,
half-baked accent."
I'm
And
sorry, I'm out of my
yeah,
friends and I'm doing this IG live and my friends are commenting, asking where I am.
oh, okay. I think we should.
No, that's
I'm so,
okay. We should go on.
I'm sorry for keeping her Anshit. Sorry, but yeah, I think that's just reflects the same opinion again, right? Like when she just calls Harish's accent
Exactly.
kind of, I know, half-baked when
And it's all
Chatterjees are
about what
supposed to be like
Arun would
polished.
react or what Kakoli would react, etc.
Right. Which is also a weird bit that I noticed. I actually even forgot the name of her best friend back in Brahmpur, who's just not mentioned at all.
Oh
Like
yeah,
again
the
after that,
singer, yeah.
yeah, like there are no letters, nothing, which is like, come on, Lata, like seriously, itna romance mein kaun involve hota hai? You need to be like I don't know, write to your best friend or kind of just remember her at least. I mean, I think that's something that should be there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. Also, this is me like giving subtle hints to Diksha. My best friend's not in the same city, so kind of, remember to Malti. Thank you. Thank you,
Malti,
Varuni
thank
Pragya.
you.
Thank you, Varuni. Thank
Yeah,
you
but
so much. Yeah, Malti.
I also feel like we're gonna hear a lot more about Malti because the last time we heard was like there was a conflict in the family about like how Malti needs to like have more, how Malti is more open than her family would possibly allow her to be and so on. So like I think we're gonna hear about it.
Right.
Okay, I think I'm
Okay.
gonna go because my friends
Yeah,
are really
yes,
like
yes. I think we should wrap
we're
this up.
not gonna talk about any unsuitable boy at all over
Right.
here.
Right. Okay, so we'll definitely doing the Sunday bit, or are we going to
Yes, for
decide on
sure.
that tomorrow? For sure. Okay, cool. So
No, we're gonna
we'll
do.
see all of you on Sunday. I think we'll decide on a time soon, but probably around 6.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully we don't have a chapter about Man in like outskirts of the world. I can't
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
I really don't want to do that kind of chapter again, but
Like I
I
hope we have
know.
the strategies again. But
Yeah.
okay, quick thoughts. Do you think Harish and Lata would be a thing? Are they going to be mentioned again? Is he going to be rejected without another chapter?
No, I don't think he's going to be rejected outright. I think there would be far more involvement of Harish, but I don't know. And
I see a marriage and Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam kind of thing. By the way,
really, I don't know. I mean, I don't think 1950s में वो pass off हो जाता है यार. Like I think
नहीं नहीं, I
1990s में it
agree.
was that revolutionary thing. Passing that off in 50s would just be like, I don't know. Like
Like
see,
maybe
because
not married, but I definitely think like
कुछ कुछ
taking
होता
it way further and like then Harish being like, you know what, Kabir is your guy and like go for him kind of thing.
कुछ होता है.
Yeah, strategies truly are love. Like truly my
Also,
emotions, probably going to be my Instagram bio. Strategies are love.
also 22 years of कुछ होता है today, guys. So perfect end to this discussion. Bye bye everyone. And
Thank
do check out the
you. And I'm
previous
sorry for
parts.
the bad audio quality from my end.
I mean, actually, it was fine. I think apart from a few horns in the background, I think. And just a last question that I have to answer. Anuj, we will be discussing A Suitable Boy, and we are barely halfway through it. So we don't even know if we'll be doing another book after this. But hopefully,
I'm not
let's see.
cool enough for Siddharth and Kitabi Karwan.
Listen, this is what she says publicly. She doesn't have the time to
But
even do this one.
I'm rooting
So
for Kabir. Kabir's my guy. I loved Kabir's response about like how can you doubt how I feel about you because like that's the kind of logical response I would have. But sorry, not the question you asked for Varun, but like it's what I'm answering. Kabir's my guy.
yeah, Varuni, I think I am also rooting for Kabir, and it's just simply because of I don't know. I find Kabir and Lata's equation just very pure. It's just like a very raw, pure, reminds me of a very young time in
Sorry,
life. It's just something.
I know we're
There's just,
signing off, but like for me, that's the part about Kabir and Lata I don't like. Like the fact that they fell in love so quickly and they're young and so on. The only
I think,
reason I root for Kabir is because he was like, bitch, like I was so serious about like you and like how can you doubt it? And like, I never gave you a reason to doubt it. So like I love the
yeah.
straightforwardness of that relationship, but I don't like the youngness of it.
But that's
It
the
was just
thing.
the
I don't
youngness
think
I would not root for it.
I don't think of mature, like say Amit or like Haresh's equation. I don't see either of them ever saying this to Lata or being that
Right.
straightforward with Lata. Like they would bring in that diplomacy of an equation into it, right?
Yeah, but
They
like
go hand in hand.
I'm
Like it's
jaded. I'm jaded, so I would believe like that's more realistic.
so am I, but I would like to believe that works for someone, if not us.
With that, we should sign off.
With that really happy note, we'll sign off. Let's see you guys on Sunday. Bye bye. Thank you so much.
Hope all of you loved that episode. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and our podcast. Please tell us how you like this podcast through the comment section below. We'll be back with another amazing episode of the Kitabi Karwan podcast. Thank you for listening.